Yep, so we're back to this setup again. I kind of like this way better than, the phone. Because I don't know, just something about just streaming off a computer seems better. But that's just me. But anyway, my favorite just has to be like an open floor about whatever the bloody heck. But I also decided to bite the bullet. And hold on, until like a question or something pop up, I'll just scroll through this and whatever puts me facepalm, I'll try and clarify. I suppose. Okay. No. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Plastic Easter egg. My God, you want to see the forbidden fruit? That is a lantana berry.
Okay. Apparently. Apparently, my connection's unstable. Okay, whatever you say, YouTube, whatever you say.
Officer. I love Twizzlers.
What in the... Well, I guess I fixed it.
Why? 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 Because we fucking. A quick reminder that one of those anime here is. Want to see more? No. Do I look like someone who cares what God thinks?
Careful, Cupcake.
Cheesecake moms.
No.
Everyone get ready for September 16th because.
Nope.
If you don't like me, that's fine.
Now this guy's funny because he makes the claim that Santa Muerte is a demon, and a demon.
Santisima Muerte is not a demon. She's a divine being. Some would even classify her as an uncanonized saint. But she's not... I wouldn't even consider her even that. Because she's a divine of death. Nope. No. Don't know. Go away. Meh.
During and after my makeup.
You ever notice how Aries Mercury just breaks everything it touches?
No.
Dream. Hey. So I understand why your mom. Are the girlies who don't have.
Nope. Really?
If you ever come
This is one of the things that I see and I just go, really? When you think, jeez, freaking good God. When you think working with these beings is like having your mob squad, having your like close crew, no. This is not like God, like this isn't like Saints Row, except instead of being like the saints and the gangs, it is deities and spiritual beings doing it. No. No.
A snake is the lesbian.
What? There's one opinion that you could hate for. Listener did nothing wrong. He's right. Because the thing is, having confidence is really by technicality not really a sin. Meh. Meh. Meh.
There's no atheist that believes in.
Explain to me how you're atheist but believe in Satan, because there's actually a thing called atheistic Satanism that exists. Believe it or not, I'm actually not at all associated with Satanism. I used to be, but I got dismissed as itself. But because I was dismissed, doesn't mean that he dismissed me on bad terms. Nope.
Stop going to tarot readers and psychics.
Why?
Stop going to Christian church.
Thank you so much here. It is hot as hell in this.
That's a nice badge you got there.
No, thank you.
Is so neat.
This is not one of those annoying.
Hello, Rena.
Today's daily witchy tip is about incantations. They're mostly used to set the intention for the spell. I believe people use incantations in rhyme because it flows better, but also that when it was extremely dangerous to be a witch, it needed to be easy to remember because you couldn't write it down. Today's daily
Too basic. Oh God, no. Thank you for that, Rena. Oh God, no. Here's the thing. Asking Archangel Michael for help with something. Now, here's the thing. If you're working with the angelic only and their agenda, okay, fine then. Go float your boat. Whoop-de-woo. Work it. But for somebody that doesn't, and naturally, here's another thing that, a lot of people seem to completely whiff bad. To properly work with the angelic, you have to completely cut off any other tie to any kind of spiritual being. It has to be for them, the angelics only, and their cause and their agenda. Yeah. And the thing is, like, say for example, if I was to try to approach any of the archangels, well, for one, I won't, because that's a slap in the face to the beings that I've invested in, and they've actually invested in me back. That's slapping them in the face. Two, I have to give up hell, and that's not going to happen. Mm-hmm. Because I mean, there's nothing wrong with trying to learn something and just become aware of it. But if you're going to be asking an angelic for help, and there are some people that think, well, I work with both. If you work with both, you're stupid. I'm just telling it how it is. You're taking two extremes, all the way that way, all the way that way. Now you're bringing them together. What happens when you bring oil and water? They won't mix. It won't mix. Well, that's what they always say. It'll be fine. Yeah, okay. Because the thing is, when you incorporate extreme polarity like that, in fact, you don't even need to do that, because newsflash, here's something you didn't. I bet you they didn't know either. You can heal with the darker stuff. You can use darkness to heal. You can use light to curse. Use your head, people. I can't even understand how they don't get that. You don't need to work with the angelic to do lighty woozy woo things. You don't need to go towards the angelic to heal. You don't need the light to heal. You don't need the dark to curse. You can even do it vice versa. It'll still do the exact same thing. But how can you heal someone with darkness? Taking those off so that way I don't break them. What happens when you put something in the dark? The void. It's in the void now, in the dark. Once you reach down to get it, as soon as you pull it out of the dark, like say for an example, if you have someone who's not doing so well, the best way to heal in the dark, take a poppet of them, put it in the dark. And then when you say, once I pull them out of the dark and I lay sight on them, the ailment that they're faced with will be cured and no sign will be of it. Plug it out of the dark, you set vision on it, done. You just healed with the dark, because the dark consumes. It's like throwing something into a black void. The black void, that's what the color black does. Consumes. White consumes and dilutes. Weakens it. What happens when you put red and white together? You get pink. What happens when you put, let's say, dark violet and white? You get lavender. You put dark blue and white. You get lighter blue. White dilutes. You put black and white. You get the dark getting diluted to gray. White takes and weakens. And a lot of people don't even look at it that way either, but that doesn't mean the color white is bad. No, that's just what it does. And by the way, if you're going to be asking the Archangel Michael for help, be warned, he's the most violent.
If you're a sub and I don't be in the classroom type, try
Nope. 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 What is scrying? Let me see. Okay. So far, so good. Okay. Can't really scroll. Okay.
My videos reported for abuse. Imagine if I listen. Baby, wait. I got a message for you. All right.
Nope.
Where did you feel it?
Nowhere.
Here's your monthly reminder that I.
What in the hell? No pun intended. Mm-hmm. Look at it this way. Archangel Michael. When, a girl didn't give Christ water, but she gave water to the two thieves, she was put in a position. Well, actually, here, so that way you can have a general idea. The first Animasola, which is the girl that did not give water to Christ when he was being hung on the cross. Because of that act of him not getting the water from her, Archangel Michael literally zapped her to an intense degree that she completely disintegrated for not giving him water. Not even giving a moment to take a step back and think of the perspective of her. Well, I have this cup of water. I have this water. But behind me is the townspeople that wanted him dead, the Pharisees too, the soldiers. If I was to give him this water, I might get outcasted and I will have to fend for myself and I won't be allowed back in. So, Archangel Michael, how about this instead? Why don't you use your big boy, angelic woozy boop boy pants and inspire her to take the action to have the courage to give him the water? Nope, what do you do instead? You eviscerate and completely disintegrate her, making her an earthbound because of it. That's not very angelic, and I mean, if we're going to be technical, let's step into their way of logic. Why did you strike down a child of God? Why did you do that? You have no self-control. You don't know how to have, an understanding of your power. You need to learn self-control, mister. Hey, don't look at me. I was the one who did it. And I mean, some people even say like, well, the angelic forces are always like always sacred and always holy and always pure. Not if you don't go with their agenda, they're not pure. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, even though the Animasola, by technicality, it is technically it is a passed on. It is somebody who's passed away, dead. Jay, hi Jay. And since the Animasola was once a living person, they're technically an ancestor. And by that technicality, Hell sees this act from her perspective like, really? You're going to make somebody be stuck in this state of just existing, not having rest? You're going against the, nature. That's what it is. When you have somebody become an intranquil spirit or earthbound, you're defying nature. And the way nature goes, something is born, lives his life, dies, passes away, given rest. This intranquil spirit or the Anima Solo or Bob the Miner, they're all the same kind of being. They don't get to rest because they're stuck wandering aimlessly. So it goes against nature. When you go against nature, hell gets pissed. You're trying to cause a complete hindrance like trying to cripple how nature is supposed to flow. You're interfering with the cycle of life and death. Well, I mean, there are some things that can be frozen in the good way. For example, like you can freeze somebody's ability to commit and devote to something, and also being able to freeze somebody into a state where they're at their best and they can't go anywhere else from it. Yeah, I know what you meant. But in limbo, I mean, to be even more technical. But then again, if I was to be working with an anonymous soul anyway, just because it's just the way my practice is. My practice personally, if anything involves the dead, and they count, and tranquil spirits count, I have to ask hell before I do a single thing. I cannot and I will not do anything until she gives me the okay. And then there have been some people that say, well, then you're not really all that powerful if you have to get the okay from her. It's not about, not having the power to do anything. It's not having the lack of the knowledge or having the ability to do it or having the understanding of it. It's actually having the decency and respect to a being that cared about me when I didn't care about myself. And I kind of don't get that choice. Because for me, if I'm handling anything that's of her, like of her rulership, domain, or the whatnot, I treat it like if I'm handling a piece of extremely fragile diamond. Even though diamond is technically the hardest material in the world. But say like it's the last piece of tanzanite on Earth. I'm handling it extremely carefully and not letting nobody touch it except me. Well, now the thing with hell, though. Hello, Angela. A lot of people also don't know this. I don't know if you know this, Rena, but hell, there's three. There's the location hell, which is Helheim. There is the first hell, and there is the hell that we know of. The location hell is, well, Helheim. The first hell, there's not much known about her. She was actually believed to be a primordial earth goddess, equal to an equivalent to, say, like Gaia, somewhat. Except she was the one over the death part. And with her, everything that died, everything that was living, every person, every animal, every insect, every fish, every plant, if it kicked the bucket, she got it. But the thing is, and now, I mean, now I'll get to that in a second too, because I've always been confused by that. But with hell, though, the original hell, yeah, she did have that dominion over the realm and the whatnot. Oh yeah, and I mean, I absolutely adore Kellyanne. Like, I even had like a reading with her last year or the year before that, and I mean, if there was an incident, if I was able to like have tea with her, we would just be like having an absolute hell of a time. Oh, funny. I just got feedback saying, "Oh, aren't you just punning, kid?" Punny, aren't you? You guys gonna get punted? No. And it's funny because usually Angela's actually correct. When saying go to hell, when you actually go to hell to get advice from her, like the second hell, because the first original hell, she doesn't she retired, meaning that she was forgotten and she passed away. But the hell that we have when saying go to hell, going to her, if you're asking for advice from her, I mean, she'll be like, "You're an idiot. Stop being an idiot. It hurt my feelings. Cool. Stop being stupid." Or even like, say if you're dating somebody and you're trying to feel like, I don't know if I should stick with him. Dump his ass. But I don't know. I mean, I work so. Dump his stupid, abusive ass now. And that's how she is. Cold, point blank, and if she hurts the feelings, it doesn't matter because she understands that, well, if I have to do what's best for you, you're going to have to go through a bit of a. Oh, it's the heart. And very Saturnian. She is extreme. If you wanted to know of a being that's extremely Saturnian, hell's got to be one of the biggest ones. Because being outcasted, that's Saturn. Rebellious, not really rebellious, but duty, commitment, and sacrifice. But duty, well, I mean, every dead person that she gets, even the ones that aren't claimed, and if they choose to go with her, she takes care of them. She made a vow to do so. I mean, she's been doing this for aeons. And sacrifice, well, she's sacrificing her comfort, and she does not even have to do any of this. She doesn't have to care for the dead if she doesn't want to, but she does. Well, her, and actually, believe it or not, her and Shani actually are very similar. They both move very slow. They both walk with a limp. They're both cold. They're both realistic. They're both practical. They both have affiliations with death. They both also are very. They can cause fear and anxiety. Mm-hmm. And actually, Hell's primary planet, believe it or not, is actually Saturn. She is probably the most closest is Saturn, not Pluto, because Pluto, no. Pluto is a little shithead that is unpredictable and destructive. Pluto doesn't know how to do a duty or commit or, do something that is for the better of society and better for people. And he just demolishes. Saturn comes in, rips the BS out and throws it out the window. Even if it hurts, he takes it, grabs it, and knows that's the best thing to do. Pluto nukes it. Yeah. And even also, some people would even try to put up the argument, and I've actually seen people try and say this too. Some people actually also say that Hell is also the south node K2. Related to that. Well, one problem though. K2. Yeah, it's true though. Pluto's like your younger sibling that wants to just hang out with you and your friends because to him or her, it's cool. When they get to hang out with you and your friends, it's like cool to them. But the moment that they tag along, they get hurt and it just goes in complete shitfest. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I've had so many people, and I can't even. It kind of even agitates me and angers me that some people even had the nerve to say, "Oh, this could not have happened. This didn't happen." I even said, "Well, I can kind of remember perfectly clear that as soon as I got a certain text message saying my significant other was dead, I literally went mad. So mad that I began self-harming. I kind of remember that, and I kind of felt that. And I kind of can't make that up because even in my own nature, it doesn't make sense for me to hurt myself. And some people were trying so hard to invalidate it, and I said, your perspective to me don't mean nothing because it's not mine, so piss it. And I mean, those kind of people, even then, like when they try to even say, like, well, that didn't happen. Okay, whatever you say, Cupcake, but whatever you say, I don't care. And then they try and tell me something bad that happened to them, and I've been cold and brutal saying, like, you really think I give a damn about what happened to you in your life? I mean, you did not even, listen to mine and actually take what needed to be learned from it. Instead, you were nitpicking and saying, oh, this didn't happen. Well, I'm sorry, Cupcake. I can't believe anything you just said because you're full of shit. No, it really happened, and I'm straight. What's the problem? Hey, don't look at me. You were acting this way first. Now here it is, back to your head. Hopefully. Hopefully that is. Because there are some people that actually believe, like, well, there are some things about, like, the pros Edda. But the parts about saying that she's like a rotted hag that is cruel and has all the... Hold on. Let's see if I can find it. There's the Dark Goddess Oracle guidebook somewhere. I don't know where it's at. I had it, but... Find it. But at least, well, supposedly now, according to it, there are some people that believe that hell is it? Oh, I think I found it. Yes, found it. Get over here. I'll put it. Okay, let me see here. And this is just one example. Okay, here we go. According to this, it says the archetypal hoarder. Oh, you have cerebral palsy, Angela? Well, actually, I work with like part of my day job. I actually work with two individuals that actually have the same condition. More you know. Who? Hold on. Code that note. I'm gonna write those names down real quick. Give me that. Give me my pen, please. Okay. Ocean. Because I will look up this individual right now and I'll listen to what he has to say. I'll be kind enough to listen, but if stupidity comes out of his mouth, well, I'll be so happy to tell him. Who are you to say that she's not a divine being? But the thing is, the way that I look at it, when you're speaking about a divine being and you're trying to take away their title that they have, whiff it. Just whiff it. No. Because here's another thing. Did you happen to know that Thor and Hel Oh, okay. Because I think I caught that wrong. Okay, because I don't. Then I'm trying to figure out who are the ones that say, "Oh, she's not a goddess." Because the thing is, actually, here's the thing. Okay, if Hel's not a goddess, then which Hel then? There's three. Which one? Helheim? No, no shit. That's the location. Now there's two Hels. Which one? What? Mm-hmm. There were two. And also, The first Hell's husband, is her consort. Do you happen to know a gentleman that was named Mimir? That was her husband. Mimir. Mimir is her husband. The first Hell's husband. Mine. Oops. Whiff it. Oh, well, the thing is, with Hell, if somebody was to like push her to the side and say and like invalidate her, I'm sorry, I wouldn't be able to hold myself back. I would just be all just saying, okay. So if you're saying she's invalid, Thor's invalid too. How can you say that? Well, look at it this way, Cupcake. Thor has divine blood and giant blood. Right? Okay. Splendid. He's seen as a divine. Okay. Hell. The exact same blood types merged together. Identical. She's a divine. And that's actually when you have genetic and, the mixing of two, you're having genetics get involved. If one is considered a god, having both blood, Hell can too. The only difference, Thor, based on just how the genetics and the blood mixed, he came out the way he did. Hell, how Loki and Angrboda's blood mixed, she came out the way she did. One side has the divine, one side has the giant. It won't mix. That's why it's split down the middle. Oil and water won't mix. So, if she can't be a god because for whatever reason, Thor can't either then. Nope. They have the same blood type. They have the both same genetic code then. Nope. Nobody gets favoritism. Whiff it. Oops. And that's the thing. When people try to try and that depends. That depends on what tale you go with. Because the tale that I go with, and I full-heartedly believe, is not the one that has her being thrown down there by the throat by Odin. No. Yes. She made the choice to go, and even took the vow to caretake to every dead that, passed on, and was willing to go to her. And Odin even gave her this. Full authority of the dead. Odin gave her full authority of the dead. If it kicked the bucket, she had the final say. For having all that wisdom, I think he forgot one minor detail. If you gave her full authority of the dead, I hope you realize this. So a warrior gets killed in battle. A Valkyrie comes in and take the Erangel up to Valhalla. If Hel wanted to, she could just say, "Drop it, Pixie." They would have to drop it, and then she would take it, if she wanted to. Because she has the full authority. Allfather gave it to her. But she doesn't do it. Even having that power, she does not do it. Because for her, she looks at it as like, I don't have time for this side of Palerdo crap. Can I just go back to the dead, please? Thank you. She has all the right to do whatever she wants to the dead and just be tyrannical and taking everything that dies. But she doesn't. Even being faced with that choice and ability to, she still chooses not to abuse it. Now, I don't know if that tells about her character and ethics, but that says a lot. She can do whatever she wants with the dead. She can take everything that dies and give, the Aaron jars that are supposed to go to Odin. She can take every single one of them if she wants to, but she doesn't. And whenever people do bring her down, I mean, I just think, really? You don't even know her character. You're going out by something that's, just her appearance. And oh my gosh, she's just so scary to look at. She's so dark and just hideous looking. Because the thing is, hell, what she does, when you are interacting with her and you see her, whatever you're having within, she deflects it back to you. She embodies what you're having the most of. So if you're in a state of despair, well, I mean, when you have more of the dark, like the more like the self hatred and holding something against yourself and beating yourself over it, if you have something that's not resolved, I mean, hell will literally become completely dark and literally become so terrifying that it's even like similar to like how Kali is. And if you can't see past it, what she's doing, you will be mortified. That's just that's how it is. A lot of people claim that they've actually done and actually seen the Kali incarnation that they're supposed to do in a pitch black room, no light anywhere. And then after some time being awake in the dark, completely void black, Kali will appear and scare the living heck out of you if you're not prepared. If you cannot see past that, they do not work with Kali. Okay, now let's see, where is that entry with about hell? Is now, wait, here we go. The archetypal hoarder of the Norse origin. Hoarder, huh? Well, the thing is, hell. Why in the heck am I going to hoard things? The dead? Yeah, because I said I would. And hey, I take in everybody, so how's that hoarding? Hell had authority over Hell had authority over 9 realms, 9 worlds, administrating board and lodging to those sent to her, which is everything that died except that was not slain in battle, including those who die of sickness and old age. This black and white mistress. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, we're not trash. And it says the black and white mistress. No. If anything, calling Hell a mistress is just like, well, for one, she's a crone. And the thing is, I mean, do you think I have time to walk around like a hoochie skank? I don't. Don't call me that. Black and white mistress of the underworld like to accumulate the chattels of those who were sent to her. Chattels. Okay, chattels, huh? Can we have a dictionary, please? Chattels, huh? Okay, we have, okay. An item of property other than real estate. So Hell liked to accumulate the personal properties of those who were sent to her. Hell doesn't have time to be taking other people's wealth or what they had in life. If anything, you think I give a shit about this stuff? Get it away. Are these people fed? Good. of those were sent to her, hoarding this wealth and telling none. Yeah, don't tell anybody because I don't have any of it, you idiots. Should anyone wish to steal from her? What are you going to steal from me? The dead? Oh, good move. That's why with that deck, I mean, I don't even read the card, like the keyword, because it completely whiffs it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, and even also her pet hellhound garden, which is also like the kind of similar to like the Nordic equivalent to Cerberus. Mm-hmm. But I mean that's an example of just like if people don't know what they're talking about, they just don't need to be talking about it. But oh god.
They do offer cursing services on.
Oh, for God's sakes. Oh, Garden? Well, his name translates, well, I mean, it's believed to be translated to rag or something that is like shredded, like a rag that's stained with blood. Mm-hmm. Because that's what canines, they are also the one that is the most loyal to those who were human. They still keep that loyalty. And Garn in the aftermath of Ragnarok is actually killed by I can't remember who killed him, but Garm gets killed. Oh, well, yeah. Just don't kill a cat. Mm-mm. Do not hurt a cat.
Hi, my name is Chelsea, and I decided I was going to start to do a protection magic series of things that I do in my own personal practice. So, for video one, we are going to be learning how to enchant our jewelry for protection.
Well, it is just part of the. It's the last battle of Ragnarok, so everybody gets into a big tussle and a fight. And funny enough, with Hel, she, if she could have the choice, she would say, "Do I have to pick a side between you two? Why don't you two just go at it right now, and I'll just go far, far away with my dead. I have to choose a side. Damn it. Fine, I'll just pick my dad's because I know him better. Whatever. Oh, it's time. Damn it." Uh, she is just so detached because she just does not want to do it. She would rather just stay out of the conflict and just stay with her dead. Because instead of fighting, she'd rather just do her vowed responsibility and obligation. She'd rather just do that instead of play war with kids with gods in a sandbox. That's pretty put it.
Hi, my name is Chelsea, and I decided I was going to start to do a protection magic series of things that I do in my own personal practice. So, for video one, we are going to be learning how to enchant our jewelry for protection.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing is, no matter how hard you try to stop something, you cannot. Whenever you have order trying to control chaos, it's not going to work. It will not work. She could. She could. But the thing is, the way that her ethics are, if somebody passes away, They passed away. They have the right to rest from their human life. And if anything does necromancy, anything that disturbs the dead, she gets so agitated about it. Because the way she looks at it is like, why are you disturbing this person being at rest? They're at rest. Why are you bugging them? But now, if you have invested in it, if you actually gain a reputation with her of actually taking extremely delicate care of every passed on that you work with, she will actually allow you to. But you, at least for me, you have to go by her terms and conditions. Because if you don't, and if something happens, and you had it passed on, now get like lost and not being able to find the way back, because I've heard people had that happen. She gets pissed and she will not stop hounding you until you bring them back. She will not stop. That's how serious it is. If you're going to be taking one of the dead, you put them back and you bring them back where you found them. That's why any kind of necromantic work I don't do. Unless if it's necessary. And unless if somebody actually wants to actually like get closure with the passed on or learn about a certain passed on and the whatnot. Well, that's why if you ask Hell, and if she approves of it, whatever happens, like if she gives it the approval, if something happens, she's aware of it. You're not going like, yeah, you're not going behind the back. But
I promise it's easy. Here we go.
would you want to actually have something that's regarding like protection work that's so simple? You even don't need it. You don't really need anything. All you need to do is just exist. Done. You're probably thinking, okay, it looks like you just made a big giant rainbow. No, because the thing is, those are the ghosts that haunt a place that's haunted. They are kind of in a way stuck on a somewhat similar to like an earthbound in a way. Similar. So, if you're stepping foot into like a cemetery, then yeah. But I mean, to explain this, essentially what I did, close the eyes, deep breath, and while I'm looking left, right, up, down, I'm pretty much visualizing essentially as soon as I bring my hands like this, it's like use your imagination. A barrier goes up. Mm-hmm. But that's probably the most simplistic way of doing like a protection. Or if you even want to be extra whimsical, just make your own little protection mark. And it does not have to be fancy at all. It could be just something as small as that. Simple, yeah. Just that's the thing with the code stuff. You don't have to make a big fancy woozy wooey. Just keep it simple. Or here, oh, somebody threw a hex at me. Nope, I can't accept it. They can keep it instead. Nope, no. I can't accept it, but thank you. Nope. And that's also the alchemical mindset. when you're using graveyard dirt, there's many kinds, and where you get it matters. If you go into a cemetery with permission, if you get the dirt that's like in the walkway, the pathways, it's still graveyard dirt. But the thing is not of a specific spot. But the thing is, you have to get the permission from hell or whichever deity that you're working alongside first. Before you touch it and take it, you ask. They say no, hands off. Even just like the grass, you pull some of that graveyard grass. That's still a thing. You can still use that, and that can be even like the herbal part. But if you rather not risk it, you can use patchouli as a substitute because it mimics graveyard dirt. But now, say if you're going to get graveyard dirt from a certain site, not only do you have to ask the deity, you then have to ask the person's spirit. If the deity says you can, but the person says no, nope. You don't get none of it. Yeah, that's not going to work. Because when you actually take those extra steps, it vibrates on the spiritual realm. But if you just walk up and go willy nilly, oops, daisy.
Here's your monthly reminder that I do offer cursing services on my website in the link in my bio. I also offer Patreon where I teach you how to do witchcraft. Link in bio.
I'm going to be completely upfront. If you're going to teach somebody how to curse someone, all you really need to do is just do something as simple as this. Force of will. Yeah, and don't get me wrong. I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with having this field as a line of work. Because I mean, I would love to have this as my like 9 to 5 and actually teach and also advise at the same time. But when you have sometimes when you see people and you think, wow, I didn't know Anna Nicole's rack actually reincarnated into person, being so plastic that it actually became its own person. Fake. No. And even then, too, a good majority of the time, too, they even say, oh, I'll do a curse service for you. Why doesn't the person just do it? Because the thing is, you can curse something, and once, it's out there, then I'm afraid it's going to backfire. Why are you giving it the ability or the potential to even have that option in the first place to come back and hit you in the face? Why are you going to be going like, I'm going to curse this guy and then have it, hit me in the face too? No. If you're trying to, metaphorically drop an anvil on someone for, being a two-timing twathead, well, and only they get to get hit with it. And then all of a sudden the next day, they go with the person that they were seeing behind your back, and now they have an STD. Whoops. Nothing came back on you. And I mean, that's not a karmic repercussion or any kind of that threefold law or unjust or karmic backlash, woozy woo stuff. No. Because the thing is, if somebody did do you wrong, hey, sometimes the best way of having karmic, repercussion happen, sometimes you're the one that's the karmic repercussion to them. Nothing wrong with you being it. I mean, it's going to happen sometime. Might as well let it be you to do it because you're the one who got harmed. Might as well. Keep it easy. But you shall not harm none, says who? The Wiccan law? Oh, that's cute. I don't do that. Nope. One of those is like, you don't know. People don't tell me what I do with my practice. It's cute though, but nice try. Well, aren't you afraid of going to hell? How punny of you. Guess what? No. That's the wrong one. I'm sorry. My hell? Oh yeah, that's her over there. Mm-hmm. What? Okay, let's see here. The zodiac signs that are naturally seductive. Naturally seductive. Silent Hill. Oh, I love Silent Hill. Silent Hill. That was beautiful. I love Silent Hill, to be honest. Zodiac signs that are the most, let's see here. The most seductive. Let's see here. I already know one, and I know two. I know three. Heck, I even know four. I'll give you one of them, and you're probably not going to be expecting this one. I'll give you one of them. Number one, Pisces. How is Pisces seduceful? Pisces has dominion over intoxication, being intoxicated. What happens when you're seduced? You're intoxicated by seduction. You're lost. Like, must have it. You're intoxicated by seduction. Pisces. One. Number two, Aquarius. How the heck are they seduceful? Chaotic. Aquarius is extremely chaotic. You have no idea what's going to happen with them. But that's also seduction. Messing with the mind of someone. Keeping them on their toes, off their feet. That's Aquarius. And that's also Rahu, the North Node. And Uranus. Not Shani, though. Shani's like, what? What about this hoochie hoo stuff? No, I'm too old for that. See, what's another one? Taurus. Seduction. Seduction by sensuality. Let's see, the last one. This one's, I mean, you're probably thinking, how come he hasn't said this one yet? Alrighty. See you later, Angela. But what is this other last one that he hasn't mentioned yet? Scorpio. And also, that's also the sign that Black Moon Lilith naturally co-rules. So, Scorpio. Oh, you're resistant? No, you're not. Seduction breaks the barrier. Whoops. Overkill. And seduction does have that aspect of obsession. So let's see. Was I right? Was I correct? Map Aquarius, there's one. Scorpio, duh. Gemini, not really. Gemini is like a playboy sign because it's all over the place. It's whimsical, playful, not seductive because it's immature. Aries, no. Aries is the kind that goes like this. Mine. It wants to go from A, B. Done. Aquarius goes like this. A, B. You have no idea what it's going to do. It's all over the place because it's fixed air. When you try to restrict air, it's going to go all over the place. Leo. No. That's like, oh, I only got 2 of them. Not Taurus? Not sensuality? Whiff it. Whiff it. What? Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. Oh my Lord Lanta. What? Why? What the heck? No. The thing is, I'm just going to show you this real quick. Please don't do this. Whoops. Oh my god, no. Please, no. Please don't do this. Okay. So far, well, here, let me turn the brightness down. Okay. So far, okay, not bad. Cute. Good. I like it. Good. Kind of a lavender, meh, natural blue. Not so bad. Yeah, that'll work. Look how many rubber bands are on that. And how come it's not taped on there? You can definitely make that and put tape on it. Or you can even do it the way that I love to do it. Take this, get some tape. I know I saw a marker here somewhere. But anyway, you take that, your marker and tape, you draw that exact same thing on the glass. And then you just put the tape on top of it. That way you can grab it and you won't lose it. It'll stick. I can't tell you how many times I've done that. And another reason why you don't put rubber bands on a candle like that. The heat. Heat is extremely fast acting at energy. It's movement, like tense movement. When it comes in contact with the hot glass, the rubber is going to snap. It's going to go. Oh, there goes the rubbers all over the place. Oh, flying crystal. And, you know, you don't put this much in a candle. You see how much is in there? 1, that's a fire hazard. 2, it's not going to burn properly. And by properly, the wick is going to be drowned. And the candle is going to be a dud. Whiff it. And I mean, hold on. Let me see what we got in here. Let's see here. Let me see if I can figure out what the heck is in here. Okay, we have lavender. Okay, that's good. Calamus root. All right. Bay leaf. Okay. I can't even tell. Does it even say? No. And to be honest, the rose quartz, you'd probably have better using like smoky quartz or shadow quartz. Mm-hmm. And even the thing is, don't put your crystals near a fire like that, because look at it this way: if you're gonna put crystals in a candle, you're having the risk of it becoming a fire hazard and the crystals exploding. Just have them be on the outside of the glass. And oh, for bloody sakes. You know, if you're going to be putting a ring on it, make sure it's not something you get out of like one of those quarter machines. I'm sorry. And I mean, I'm going to be completely honest. And again, I'm not hating on the person. Absolutely not. Just the way it's handled. No, it's not the best idea. That's a disaster waiting to happen. That is a disaster waiting to happen. Because, well, that was the end of it. But that candle was not going to do well. I don't suggest that. Uh, um, please don't light that candle, please. Yeah, yeah, and even also, people don't know this too, but like those battery powered candles. Believe it or not, the ones that are not like a legit candle. Heck, even these. Unless the batteries are dead. Yep, the batteries are dead. Oh well. Anyway, these things, you can use them too. And funny enough, the ones that are actually battery powered, the ones that are electric, the ones that are not real candles, you can use those in place of the ones. Like say, for example, say if you have a candle lit and then you have to go out somewhere, but you really don't want to snuff out the candle because you wanted to keep going. You want to keep the energy there. Simple. You grab one of those. I don't even know if I have any. Oops. Should have moved out of the way. Oh, look at that. I say it and there it is. So if you have one of these, even vanilla scented, woo. The thing is, okay, like assume this thing turns on and there's light in it. Okay, you have an intention going with one candle, but now you got to leave the house and you got to snuff it out because you don't want to have a fire. Whoopsie. All you do, you take this mixture, herbal mixture and oil mixture. You give the exact identical intention to the candle that you just have lit that's going, the real one. You put that same intent onto this and mimic it the same way. You turn it on. You then, while the other candle's still lit, you slide this candle and put it in its place. You then snuff out this one. That candle is going to mimic the one that's lit. As long as it's lit, it's going to mimic it the exact same way. The electric ones. The ones that aren't real, all it is going to do is just keep the energy and mimic it the exact same way it was. And it'll just keep going until the batteries go out. But that's not real. It don't matter because the thing is keeping the intention held temporarily. That's the main point. You're keeping it going and not being, dim-witted and risking your house going into flames. And please no. Please don't. When you're doing it kind of working like this, what is this thing called again? Looks like we have some kind of mental work that is supposed to be afflicting insecurity, self-harm, paranoia. You don't light a candle that is bound by 50,000 bloody pieces of string. Looks like shoestring and wick string. If you were to light that, that whole thing is going to be in a blaze. Don't do it. Okay. Okay. No. That's not going to be good. No. Don't, no. Oh, that's a hot mess. What? No. 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 And the thing is, anything that's toxic, like any poisonous herbs or anything like that, like Damiana, or no, not Damiana, nightshade, foxglove, belladonna, even oleander. If any of that is in there that's toxic and poisonous, the fumes, you smell it, you're getting poisoned. No. Don't do that. Not every baneful plant has, let me see here.
So in the caption of that video, I told you guys to leave your thoughts down below and I would follow up with mine later on. This is later on. So here are my thoughts. In my personal practice, I do not believe that all plants, all herbs, and all materials have baneful properties.
The thing is, the plant is neutral. The qualities associated with it has naturally. For an example, if you want to have lavender to essentially make someone be more at peace, you give the intention for that. But if you want to be malefic about it, instead of being at peace, they essentially get disturbed by spiritual activity being ramped up. Because lavender attracts spirits. Good spirits might be good spirits to you, but good spirits to them, probably not. From your perspective, the spirits may be good, but from the target, maybe not. That's how you have to think. Because plants and material are neutral until you give them a direction to go.
Just something like rosemary. That being said, when it
Rosemary. Some people say you can use it for anything. Rosemary is a plant that is extremely pushy, feisty. Think of it kind of like here. I'll give you a good example. I'll even play an audio clip because this probably might be the best one. Best way of explaining it. Hold on. Think of rosemary like this. Hold on, let me do it. Stupid advertisement getting in the way. Hurry up, advertisement before I get my first pension check. Oh, thank you. Okay, let me see if I can find the best fitting quote. Okay, so this is rosemary in a nutshell. The best explain it. If rosemary could, speak, think of it like this.
Get the job done. That's an order. Prove your worth. Don't make me ask again. Sick 'em. You're not.
Yeah, pushy, authoritative, because it's an herb of the sun, Syria. It's commanding. It's pushy. It doesn't put up with BS. Not as feisty as oregano, because oregano is the literal anti-BS plant. It's an antibiotic, antiseptic, antibacterial, so many anti-BS things about oregano. But rosemary is nowhere as near pushy and no BS as oregano. Oregano takes the cake for that one. Again, now back to this. Oh. Here's Zoom.
Mold. The purpose of using mold in a baby.
Mold? Using mold. No. Why are you touching mold and using mold? Don't. No. If you're using mold, no. That's not good for you. Don't use mold. And please don't light that on fire. If you're going to be using something like that, even as a plant thing, just make sure you protect yourself and please don't burn it. Because the fumes of it, it's going to make you sick. I mean, I haven't done this stuff for like 12 years or anything, so what do I know? But no.
Working is to taint the initial target.
If you want to afflict something onto a target without risking your health or well-being, something as simple as this. But what do I know?
To taint the initial intention and to taint energy in general. To
Taint. Don't you, you mean infect? Afflict? When you curse something, you're afflicted with something. Mold, don't risk it.
spread sickness, illness, stagnation, disease.
If you're going to be trying to do any kind of working like this, you better be careful.
And in general, just lower vibration.
Death is not a low vibration, it's natural. Sickness is also natural because it's part of life. Illness and decay is natural.
Of course, mold can do other things, but that's not what I'm here for.
Yeah, mold, don't even risk it for the biscuit. Don't risk your health and well-being to afflict someone with something you can just do this with.
So when you allow these plants, these fruits, these vegetables to rot or mold,
Don't. Because that's a health hazard for everybody that's living in the house and you. Don't do it.
it breaks down the chemistry of what made them healthy in the first place.
Because that's nature. That's what she does.
Correct. If you were to eat severely rotten fruit, it would make you sick.
Obviously.
But if you ate ripe fruit, it would help you.
You don't know that. Depends on what fruit it is.
Basically, I take that logic and apply it to my craft. If I have something like rosemary and then I allow it to mold, it's
Rosemary to mold.
basically taint or negatively influence or persuade those positive properties.
No. No. A plant is neutral until you give it a direction to go with. Until you direct it, it's neutral. It's all about the intent you're using it for. With it. Nice try, though. Close, though. And another thing, too. Another good thing to keep in mind. Oh, Stefan, never seen him again.
3 weeks ago,
Yeah. Nope. Funny. Meh.
The second I joined, you blinked.
Meh.
Come on, man. Still up, but you know.
So, do you think AD's reaching out to you? Are you seeing weird signs? Feeling drawn to the AD work?
Meh.
You want to try that?
Meh.
Don't you love it when you go into a shop like, I don't know, Barnes and Noble or something, and you expect nothing? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And then you leave with something that you've been looking for years and just gave up on? Because that just happened to me. So again, I've been reading Paradise Lost on
Oh, Paradise Lost. I love that. I love Paradise Lost.
I told you, go to the fucking gym. I fucking told you. Get off your ass and go to the fucking gym.
Aw, careful, little boy. Careful now. Besides, I think, are you lost? Cupcake. The Slim Jim, you know, where they're doing that commercial for the Slim Jim, it's that way, honey. No, thank you. Most unsettling, huh? Let me see. Come on, hurry up. Just show it already. I'm getting disinterested. Stop filibustering. Milkshake, come on, hurry up. Oh, so apparently watching a clip is going to inflict a curse on someone? Let me see them. Wow, that only took like 30 years. Okay, here we go. Let me have it. Really? 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 That's it?
The dancer in the video is named Sandy Chris, but also goes by the more popular nickname, the Goddess Bunny. The Goddess Bunny has stated on multiple times that she has nothing to do with
Michael.
as La Morsa. Archive footage of spread throughout the internet to make people shit bricks. So I cannot find anything on the cult known as La Morsa.
Meh.
Do you feel like your dream's trying to tell you a message?
Hades, what is the underworld like?
It is an invisible realm that looks much like the living, but operates within different laws of its own nature.
Assuming we don't all advance into the same higher consciousness.
Meh.
So a little bit candle reading, you can see that the flames are very
Too much going on in one spot. Nope. 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 Huh. No.
every night. A person like this gets a dirty look from an old white woman because of the outfit they're wearing.
Really?
You want to work with Hecate? Let me show you how. I've already made a couple videos about her, and I'm also not Greek, so
Just because you yield from the same place a deity is originating from doesn't mean that they're going to work with you by default. No. And Hecate, well, I'm not as tightly associated and affiliated with her as I am, like say, with Hell, Nyx, Lilith, but
take what I have to say as my own experience and keep doing your research online. Read some books, listen to some podcasts, all that good stuff. The biggest one that she wants you to do when you're working with her is shadow work. In other words,
basic. No. Oops. Meh. Okay. Nah, not feeling it.
I'm done with manifesting. I'm done with fucking rose quarters. Give me a gun.
No, thank you. With it.
Some of y'all may think I'm a downright fucking bitch for this, but I really do not care. You're not living in a fucking matrix, Serena. Okay.
Oh, Joshua.
Nope. Nah. Aw, no. Nope.
It's crazy because these hairstyles is really eating down. They look
Meh. What? 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 No. Meh.
Please be careful when this happens.
Nope.
When you hear your name,
With it.
Send a good morning text.
Nope.
Wow, that's a really vibrant green. I like that.
Nope.
he looked at me.
Nope. No.
I did not just get permanently banned on my main account.
Wah.
It looks so cute sitting there.
Meh.
So I've seen a couple of these signs this year, and I love them. Like, they're super cute. So Gabby Anna is currently having a mental breakdown.
Don't care.
What are some other things you can call your partner besides girlfriend, boyfriend, or partner? Well,
Shoot me. Oh my god. Wow. Mm.
first off, every person is different, so have a conversation with your partner because they may or may not like different things. And if they don't know what they like, which is totally okay, that just means yellow. Look at this crazy shit, dude. Like, for real, bro.
SpongeBob secret that will change your life.
Nope. Nope. Eh. Nope, get him away.
I don't like where this is going.
Nah.
You can see the hidden number in the image above. You're not normal.
What's that? What are you trying to say?
Comment the number you see.
Meh. 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 Oh, cute. No.
It has ties to deep.
Yeah. Nope. Nope.
Stop trying to manifest when you don't know how to meditate. Stop trying to manifest when you don't know how to meditate. Stop.
Meditation does not have to be the stereotypical stuff like that. No. Meditation can be something as simple as this.
All of the touches. Do not, under any circumstance, engage with the void. The dreams that you've been having are just dreams. They are not a
No. Oh, cute. No. No. This message comes from the God of the dead, the unseen, the giver of good counsel, the king of the underworld, okay? King Hades, okay. Okay. No. What? What? It's just a snake. Meh.
This looks like the initial phase of cold water immersion syndrome, where his heart's going to race and he's going to hyperventilate a little.
Get soaked with it. Nope. Nope.
I don't care what damn kind of snake it is. And you willing to come out and remove it for us? I'll hypnotize it.
No. No.
You don't really know much about this.
Meh.
In the olden days, this woman would have been tied to a stake.
Meh.
Well, that one part of life.
Yeah.
The masterpiece that is the Satanic Bible. I'll show
Okay. Don't care. Next.
If you can eliminate one bad thing in this world, what would that be?
Careful what you ask of me, because if it had to be anything intended in purposeful stupidity.
So, hey, no,
Meh. Nope. So don't hit me in the feels like that.
I have a spell for you today. And it is a spell for those no good little bitches who took you for granted and now they're living off your kindness and happiness and effort that you have given them. So it's something to take back on your own. What you need is 2 pieces of paper. You would need catnip and roses. You can
Catnip and roses. Or roses is stereotypical, basic. It's actually also the flower plant that's the most adaptable, because when you ingest rose water, rose hip, or anything that's of the rose plant, it actually adapts to you. Oh, snazzy Sharma? But catnip is like that. Think of catnip as like an herb that gets somebody like completely. How do I put this in a non-suggestive way? They get the hoochie woozies for you. The best put it.
definitely substitute the terms for something that corresponds with happiness. A pen of
Okay, well, catnip. If you see what cats do on catnip, they get obsessively like roses. Well, if you really want to get something that's a bit more happy and more upbeat, well, you can go with some more of a cutesy kind of like plant, like blue tansy. That's a cutesy one. Let's see what's another cutesy flower that I can think of off the top of my head. besides rose. Chamomile, dandelion, neroli, that's pretty much all the ones I can think of. But yeah,
Pink color that corresponds with happiness to you. And a red candle. That you can substitute it for a white candle. And anything you can use to type it. What you want to do is to write the dumb bitch's first and last name on one of the piece of paper. Don't forget their birthday like they forget yours. And you're gonna do it for the other piece.
okay. Well, probably the best thing to do if you're wanting to actually invest alongside Lilith, the first thing that has to be your core focus is pretty much to do empowerment of yourself. Because for her core is all about empowerment of the self. Meaning, I want to do this because I just want to. I want to go this way because I'm going to go this way. I'm doing this because I'm doing it. I can't get out of the way. I'm doing it. Yeah, thanks for that. But there are people that say, well, she's like a I can't even say those words because it just makes me feel sick. Like a goddess about like, yeah, no. It's an aspect of her, yes, but that's not her core. Because the thing is, having that kind of pleasure and, sexual woozy woo stuff, ooh, okay. But that's relying on somebody else. If she needs to be empowered by relying on something else, that is taking her out of her element. Because with her, she's like, why do I need to rely on this to be me? No. I only need to rely on myself. And if I want that, fine, give it. Because I'm choosing to, and I'm saying I'm getting it. Something in the way? No, it's not. Give it. So, in a way, when you're doing what you want to do on your time, your choice, and if something gets in the way saying, well, you should be doing this, piss it, get out of the way. It hurt my feelings, move. When you're putting yourself first and not even giving no dangs about if something gets in the way, you shouldn't be doing that. Aw, go away. Or something tries to keep intentionally blocking you, just completely mind blow it. Stop obsessing, hon. Because the thing is, that's what it's doing. It's obsessing for you so much that it's trying to block you, but you're always on its mind because it's still getting in the way. It's always there. It's just how you go about it. That's the main thing. But when you're putting yourself first and doing what you want to do on your time and making the choices for you, naturally, I don't know if you saw that in the corner, but something moved. I saw it. Happens. But when you're doing what you want to do for you, she'll just come in on her own, naturally. Because the way that she is, she goes where she wants to, she does as she pleases and does as she likes. And if you're having an environment and if you're in a state of mind and pretty much operating from a point where it's just like, yeah, I'm in control, I'm doing what I want, she wanders. And if you're lucky to have her wander in and just be, what's going on here? Oh, fascinating. Let me see. Oh, it's like a party in there. Yeah, I'm gonna go in there. You have to make it be appealing. Make it not be like a buzzkill, like, oh, he's just stuck in the room again. Just sitting there going, woe is me. Boring. I'm out. She doesn't want to be around anything that's dull. She doesn't want to be around anything that's boring. She doesn't want to have anything that's like, blah. She wants things that are exotic. By exotic, I mean things that are unique, different, something that is not of the norm, something that is strong enough to say, this is me, that's how it is. Something that's exciting, something that has life to it, something that has a lot of oomph to it, and something that is prioritizing itself. And something that has a seduceful quality to it. And by seduceful, not talking about suggestive, that's different. A seduceful quality is having something that teases and pulls the mind to become more be more thinking about it. So having something being in the mind and they're constantly thinking about it nonstop, the mind gets possessed. Because now the possessed is thinking about the possessor. That's how seduction works. But when you're doing that, she'll come in naturally. But that's the thing. As quick as she comes in, the minute that you completely drop it and make a whoopsie and start going back to the down state, she'll just go, bye, and just go. When you do what's best for you and you keep that going, she'll come in and celebrate with you. The minute you start not doing it, she'll go out and go away. She doesn't want to be around boring. She doesn't want to be around something that's mopey. She wants to be around something that's lively, strong, and being able to push back anything that tries to negate you. From there, you may see more signs of it. Because with her, the way that she directs is subtle, but also cryptic. It's passive aggressive. And it's very not direct. A good example. You know, honestly, you don't need to even feel insecure. Why? Because I mean, if you're supposedly getting signs from me, don't you think you know it's good enough? Why question what you got in love? Because you got something. Well, lucky you to get at least something from me, because most of the time people get, no, not gonna waste my breath on something like, nah. That they think they are getting it, but they're not. If you got something from me, you know. There's nothing to be afraid of. Just be you. Do you. Something as simple as that. And sometimes things don't have to be complex. The more simple you keep it, the more easier to be for both of you. And the thing is with her, you cannot take her voice away. Meaning, if you don't give her the ability to choose, to agree or disagree, to work with you on something, if you don't give her that choice, like here's a good example. Will you protect me today from whatever? Or even like how there are some that say protect me from this, or like giving a command instead of asking. When you're saying protect me, she's going to go, protect you? Why? Why should I do that? Why can't you do it yourself? Why do you need me to do it for you? You see? But when you give her the option of like, will you be able to give me some form of safety and well-being from anything that seeks to harm me on this day? If you give her that choice, you're allowing her to choose. Because with Adam and Yahweh, she had that taken away from her. She was being pushed into a corner by those two. She was being put in a position where her voice didn't matter. And she said, no, go, I'm out. That's how she responded. So when you give her the ability to make the choice, that's a big plus. And people don't seem to catch that. I even have it mentioned in my book.
These are words that I highly recommend that you
No.
All right, take.
What? No.
All right.
Excuse me.
If you're anything like me, don't walk, run to TJ Maxx.
What?
I thought I was gonna kill myself 5 years ago,
Hold
so I
on,
didn't
what?
make a plan.
Scooch.
If you're anything like me, don't walk, run to TJ Maxx. They have Ouija board cups.
Cute.
Dark Mother, I ask for your guidance. Illuminate the path that I must take. Let
Meh.
Interested in spellcasting? What a cool altar. You don't know where to get started. This is how it starts. Book, cool rock, and cool rock is to keep you grounded. Remember that you came from the earth and you shall return to her. That all magic that you wish to cast is within her sphere and requires her consent. You know how there's like 100 spell books out there and they all have.
And funny enough, to be honest, I don't even have a grimoire book. In other words, I don't have anything that has like all the spell work I've done. Book of Shadows, I don't have one. Because for me, I don't need one. Because I have a strong memory. And I recall things easy. Hey, Scooch, move.
Like, I literally want you to save this post and come back to it.
Meh.
Yeah, it's still there.
What's there?
The lights were.
Where? Here, let me see. Oh, I see it.
It just moved. It just moved.
Oh, cute.
It just moved. It just moved.
Oh, poor thing.
Dude, it just moved.
Okay. Aw. Hi, little guy.
Every single homosexual in our country should be lined up against the wall and shot in the back of the head.
Oh, really? Easy there, Cupcake. Easy there, you he who font. Sorry. You can't use that. You can't use that scripture because it's in the Old Testament. And the Old Testament literally was only now deemed to be used as a historical reference only. And it's only for that. And it has no say in the modern world. Hey, that's what it was written out for after the New Testament came in. Don't look at me, I didn't write this stuff. I'm just saying how it was put. So no. Don't tell me anything before Matthew. Sorry. Heck, even take your Ten Commandments with you because that's Old Testament. You cannot bring that into the modern because it's annulled by the new. Don't look at me. That was the point of it. With it. Whoops. No. A scooch. Yeah, please don't look at me like that with those eyes, because it looks like you're trying to make a move. Don't. Cute. The cake's a lie.
For all of you baby witches who are very paranoid whether or not someone is sending you baneful magic or the evil eye, let me show you a real life example of what it looks like when someone does try to hit you, but also isn't successful. But in general, able to tell when someone has tried to cast on you. First up, we have my astral ward. This guy.
Astral ward. Really? That looks like something that you would shove up in the back end. It does look like that. Why would you make that a ward? No.
Has been absolutely untouched, unmoved for months. But if you
Notice, there's wax on it. Probably because from another working. The dust. That's what happens. That's nature.
Do I do this and still care about
Don't care. A scooch.
So
That's not a ghost.
yo man, I'm not about fear mongering, but we are.
Nope.
Yo man, I'm not.
Scooch. Nah.
So you got told that you haven't read the Satanic Bible or not Satanism. This is completely false.
Really? You don't have to read the Satanic Bible to be of Satanism. You don't. I haven't read it, and I was on that path, but I was dismissed. Next. Meh.
Hey y'all, it's Lady B, your rummage.
Meh. Who helped me at my lowest hell?
Hey, you, stop pretending to be human.
Meh. A scooch. No, thank you. Okay. What portal? You mean opening a gate? Okay. Okay. Cat. Okay. No! That's not a portal. No. Really? You really? No. That's not a portal opening. That's somebody putting up a stack of spoons on the ceiling with tape, bad tape at that, and then ripped it down when, she got too close. That's why the heck are there spoons on the ceiling? No. No, thank you. I don't want to look in your eyes. I don't want to know anything like that. Oh, for God's sake, stop.
It's just an inappropriate situation.
Okay? No. Yeah.
You're gay or kind or nice or you're a divergent or creative. Can you please interact with this video because my For You page is showing me
Yuck.
What would you do if you found out that you were the descendant of monster slayers?
No.
All Norse pagans, all witches, all heathens, all pagans.
Hmm.
You got a unique tattoo? Let's see him.
Oh.
That's a tattoo of Thor. What you got? Let's see it.
Well, if you really want to know anything, let's see here, anything occult related. Well, I have one on my back, lower back, of Hagante and Saket and an Ankh. I have the Frostguard symbol up here. I have that, and also the same one on that side. I have a crescent moon on my stomach, and I can't remember what those were, on my hips. Next. Creeper, looking back.
Stop going to tarot readers and psychics.
Why? What, are you jealous? Because, we're doing our own thing and you wish you could do that? Easy, Cupcake. Wow, it's almost 2 hours. Holy crap. It's already 11. Damn.
This is about to be the weirdest thing I've ever said. And
What? Oh my god, what? What is something?
What?
Okay.
What?
What?
Meh.
I was trying to write when something started digging through my ceiling.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
I'm so fucking.
Nope.
So have fun getting other shifting information from somewhere else.
Nah. Fail.
Yep, that is a trash bag.
Meh. Don't care.
Just chilling with Gabby Hanna.
Nope.
The thing next to you is a pain in the ass.
The thing next to me is a pain in the ass. Okay, let's see. Yeah, laundry. That's evil. Why should you ever become a Satanist that's evil? Well, it depends. To you, it might be evil, but to me, it could be something better. You don't know? Just saying. But I think that's going to be enough of this stream. I'm exhausted. I'm having hot flashes. And yeah, got to work out in the morning. So, see you guys on the next stream. See if I remember to close this thing. Found it.